It is 3 a.m. You cannot sleep. You lie there and think back to the last day. Where was she when you left the house? Was she alone? Was she looking for you? These are the questions that won't let you go. The ones no one answers. Today, I am doing exactly that. I will answer them. All of them. What a cat searches for in its final hours shook me to the core. Not because it's sad, but because it changes everything. And perhaps, after this, you will be able to sleep for the first time in weeks. Let me briefly tell you about Katerina, from Freiburg, a teacher, 51 years old. Her cat Luna was with her for 19 years. 19. When Luna passed away, Katerina was at work. She didn't know. Katerina wrote to me, "I will never forgive myself for not being there." She was convinced. Luna suffered alone. She waited. She searched. Katerina is not alone in this. Almost everyone thinks that. And almost everyone is wrong. Here is what animal behaviorists know, and rarely say clearly enough. A cat in the dying process activates what ethologists call conservation mode. The brain redirects energy, away from external stimuli, inward into the body. She is not seeking distraction. No external comfort. The body is doing what it has done for 10,000 years. This is not a withdrawal from you. This is biology in its purest form. And it begins with an instinct that is older than any domestic cat. It is called hide to die. Wildcats still show it today just the same. When an animal is weakened, it becomes prey. That is nature. That is why a sick cat withdraws, not because she wants to be alone, but because the brain sounds the alarm. Show no weakness. Protect the pack. The pack, that is you. Let that sink in for a moment. Your cat didn't hide from you. She hid for you. This little gesture, into the closet, under the bed, in the quiet corner. That was the last thing she could do for you. But there is something else. Something about pain. We imagine. The final phase is difficult. Full of fear. Full of awareness. Research says otherwise, and this is not just empty comfort. Veterinary studies from UC Davis show a surge in the body's own endorphins. The body, of both humans and animals, cushions the final transition itself. No pain in those moments is as sharp as we imagine it to be. Most veterinarians, who have accompanied hundreds of farewells, say the same. It doesn't look like suffering. It looks like falling asleep. And then there is something that almost all cat owners misunderstand. You might remember, she looked right through you. As if you weren't there. As if she were seeing something else. You thought, she doesn't recognize me anymore. I am already gone for her. The opposite is true. The brain shuts down functions from the outside in. Seeing, hearing, reacting, these channels close first. But the inside, the emotional core, remains longer. Much longer. The connection to you was not in her eyes. It was deeper. And now comes something that almost no one has ever heard like this. Some cats consciously choose where they die. That is not poetry. Ethologists at Cornell University have systematically documented this behavior. Some choose the desk, some the kitchen corner, some the bed. If she lay down on your bed at the end, that was no coincidence. That was a decision. That is worth a moment of silence. And if she came to you, into your lap, into your arms, then she did something that defied millions of years of evolution. Instinct says, hide, protect the pack, show no weakness. She did it anyway. For you. Only for you. That is no longer biology. That is love in its purest form. I must now tell you about Minka. Perhaps you know her story already. Minka was quiet, rather distant. Not the most cuddly animal in the world. One day before she was hit by a car, she was completely different. She followed her owner from room to room, purring continuously. Her owner thought, "How nice, what is going on with her today?" Today we know what was going on with Minka. Cats perceive physiological changes within themselves before we can. Not clairvoyance, it is pure biochemistry. The body sends signals. The cat registers them and reacts in her very own way. Minka was saying goodbye. She knew. Her owner didn't know. But Minka showed it, in her way, as clearly as she could. Now let's turn the whole thing completely upside down. You thought she died alone. That is the worst part. But what if the exact opposite is true? In the wild, a dead body attracts predators. Danger to the pack. A cat that withdraws protects her pack until her very last breath. This is love as withdrawal, not withdrawal from love. And the final moments themselves, veterinarians describe them with one phrase. They call it the gentlest departure. The line between the final sleep and death is so fluid that it barely exists. No fright, no struggle, just a quiet fading away. And now to Mia, 17 years old. Her story has never left me. 2 weeks before her death, Mia disappeared. Lived in the closet, in the dark. Her owner left the door open, put water down, and waited. Inwardly she thought, she is dying without me. She doesn't want me there. Then, one morning, she heard soft footsteps in the hallway. Mia came out of the closet, slowly, paw by paw. She walked towards her owner. Actually walked. Lay down in her lap. Purred once, softly, and then she was gone. Mia had followed instinct for 2 weeks. And then she broke it. She didn't choose to die. She chose where. That is the difference between biology and love. Now back to Katerina, who could never forgive herself for not being there. Luna did not look for her when she was alone. That was not a failure. Luna did exactly what her body told her to do, protect herself. Not having you there, that was not pain for her. Having had you there always, that is what stayed with her. Every meal, every quiet hour on your lap, every night. All of that is saved. That was her final home. You were there in every moment, even in the one you didn't see. If you know someone who is asking themselves these same questions tonight, send this to them. She was not alone. She was never alone. The final hour is just a moment. What came before, that is the story. And the story, that belongs to you. Entirely.